Life of Chesses for the bold and beautiful August 29th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What y'all think? I gotta find my notes. I don't know where it went. I be misplacing it every time. How I leave that fast? Is this it? Will, Latra, Luna, Sheila, Carla. No, that's not it. Let me see. If I don't find, I have two separate notes. One with the list of characters that they showed, and the second one's telling what happened. And I don't see it nowhere. Oh, here you go. It was behind the laptop. Okay, y'all. Like I said, first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. So we're gonna start with Sheila and Will. Will was asking Sheila what she knows about the lady that came in his room, and she was over here playing dumb like she don't know nothing about nothing. She was like, how would I know? Deacon said this and that or whatever, and he don't know. And I was like, then she took her tail. Hold on. Sheila went and updated Luna, and she seemed kind of mad or bothered because she said that, Will didn't remember anything. Luna seems to think that he does. She was like, he remembered enough to know that somebody was in his room. And I said, you know what? You right. I said, you right. He does. He definitely does. And it's like every time he gets to the part where the mask's about to come off, he'll stop thinking about it or whatever. So I'm wondering if they're going to do a storyline where he starts to remember her when he took the mask out, because eventually the mask was on the floor. And not only that, what was the other thing? It was something that was said. What was it? I can't remember, y'all. But yeah, we was asking Sheila what she knows about the lady, and she was over here acting like she don't know nothing about nothing. Luna was looking at Will's photo. Lee ended up coming in to see her look at the photo and just telling her, he's with a lecturer and stuff, and y'all not gonna be together. And I was like, shoot. And now that she don't find out about Will and the lecturer about to sleep together, I said she probably gonna sneak out again. She either gonna sneak out or she gonna do something to interfere. They didn't actually get a chance to sleep together on today's episode, y'all. I know they showed it this week on the promo, but I'm assuming that's on Monday's episode if they show it Monday, because I don't know if they're gonna take it off for what's it called, Labor Day? I think it's Labor Day. Hold on. But yeah, where we stop at? Lisa talks about her and Will and how she's ready now, and how, they got love and she trusts him. The same old thing. All week long it's been the same thing, her being ready and stuff, and she been setting up this guest house and stuff like that for him. I said, is that the same guest house that Zendaya and Luna was in? I don't know. Or is it another one? But yeah, Bill tells Liam to get on it, getting Hope back and reuniting their family, because, Carter trying to get her to the altar. And this man gonna sit up here and use his child. He gonna use his child to myself. I'm about to get Beth or whatever and go take her to, force her to see her mom. I said, you low down thing, you. And then Carter figured, look, he put two and two together. When he said something about Hope being the most important woman in his life, or some comment he made, I said, you bold to make that comment in front of her, man. I said, he bold. I said, Then Carter, he made this face. I said, right. I said, wait until the child out the room. Then you handle business, Carter. Hold on. I said, he playing in your face. Because what the word? That was very disrespectful. Then he keep on saying how he's the one who urged her to be with Carter or whatever. And I was like, yeah, he probably gonna mention it. Yep, I can see it now. But yeah, what else? Carter wants to get married right away. And what did Hope say? She was like, you really fired up about this? I said, Carter. Carter, hello. I said, she keep on indicating without actually indicating that, she don't want to marry you. And also, Thomas back on next week's episode, y'all. Spoiler alert. Thomas coming back. He's supposed to be confronting Brooke, saying, not to interfere with Taylor and Ridge or whatever. And I said, well, if he tell her what he told Brooke, then she ain't gonna be the one interfering. But yeah, what else? Did they show Luna? I don't know if they showed Luna or not. I know Thomas coming back next week. I don't know how long he's staying or anything like that. I don't know if him and what's her name? Who was he with? Paris. I don't know if they still together or what. I don't know if he gonna put a play in for Hope next. Oh, Hope's supposed to be talking to Ivy. What else? Let's see. Carter want to get married right away, and Hope she kept indirectly telling him without telling him that she don't want to get married or whatever. To my son, I just want to enjoy being engaged. I said, Carter, hello. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Lee ends up walking in to see Luna looking at Will's photo, and she told her that it's ridiculous thinking that Will gonna want her because he thinks that she's dead, and also he's with a lecturer. I said, right, try to talk some sense to her, but she's still over here smiling and hoping and wishing and stuff. But yeah, Will ends up telling Sheila their lecturer has planned a special night for them. He basically indicated that they finna get ready to hook up, and she done ran told Luna. I said, don't you think you don't told her nothing? The first time you told her something, she snuck out. Now you telling her something she definitely, excuse me. Now you telling her something that she definitely don't want to hear, and you think she ain't gonna sneak out again? Man, I said, Sheila, you a part of the problem. She don't. She allowed you to be up in. Well, I ain't gonna say that because she ain't gonna be able to stop Sheila now that she know that her granddaughter alive. So I take that back. I take that back. I was about to say you gonna have to exclude her, but it's too little, too late now. But yeah, what else? Leon said the hope is the one for him. He was talking about Ivy and how she stopped by and she's amazing and all this other stuff, but she ain't hope. He want his family back. And it's not because, Steffi is with Finn and they got whatever they got going on or whatever. I said, liar. Liar. Do you even believe that? Do you even believe that? Lee said that Will would never let Luna near him or whatever, and when she left out, I said, that's your problem. You keep leaving her. You keep leaving her now. You said you took some time off, so where you going? Y'all need to watch this psychopath. I don't think y'all be able to stop her, but either way it go, because she already done did damage. She definitely already done did damage. She done left out. You just got in there. What you come in for? She came in and left. And then she was like, that's what you think, Grandma. That's what you think, because she said that Will would never let Luna near him or stuff. I said, you proud of yourself? You proud of that? You know what you did, right? But yeah, Liam did what he said he was going to do. He went and got Beth. She ran in there or whatever, ran into Hope arms and stuff. Carter just standing there smiling. And then Liam somebody said, oh, I told you your mother might be in the meeting. You know she at work. He knew what he was doing. He said, yeah, I'm about to get her. Let me go have Beth tell her to come with us. He's talking about picnics and stuff. He knew what he was doing. But yeah, Beth says that she missed being together as a family, and she kept saying that. She kept on saying that, but I was waiting on them to show Carter. He didn't look like that until they all start hugging or whatever, because she was hugging Beth or whatever. He's like, can I get in on it? And they was hugging and stuff. I was like, now, Hope. Hope. I said, these folks be bold. What the word going on? I said, you ain't got no business in this man's arms when your fiance right now. What the word going on right here? I said, I don't know, y'all. They different. But yeah, it wasn't until Leon said something. What did he say? I said, Leon know what he was doing. He said something. What did he say to him? He made a comment about Beth and Hope being the two most important people in his life and something like that. Something he said, and Carter started realizing, he trying to get his woman or whatever. I mean, it's his woman. It's Leon's woman, if we're being honest. It's been proven several times. She just with Carter for right now. But yeah, I said he know exactly what he was doing. Then start hug. I said he disrespected you. What the world? Sheila ends up running to tell Luna about Will. She talking about some he doesn't remember anything or whatever. She said, I thought you said that he was buzzed or whatever. I said, he wasn't no buzz. I said, I don't know how it worked, but I'm assuming that buzz is just when you a little, tipsy or something. I said, he was out of there. But at the same time, he remembered that mask. He remembers the mask. He remembers they keep showing the part where he's lifting up the mask and she stops him. But I'm wondering if they're going to do a little flashback where he actually remembers seeing her face. Because the mask was on the floor. So I don't know if he ever got a glimpse and it's gonna come back to him or what, but they kind of look like they setting it up where he's gonna remember. But yeah, she went to tell what Will said. He don't remember anything. She was like, I thought you said, he was just a little buzz and everything. And she's like, yeah, whatever. And she was like, he doesn't remember anything. He was asking me questions about it. And she was like, he must be lying and, pretending or whatever. And I said, I don't know. We just gotta wait and see. She thinks that Will remembers more than what he said. But yeah, she felt some type of way when she found out that they was planning a special night. She was like, I think they finna get ready to take you to the next step, because she kept saying how that Prissy Electra, she said it one more time. What she was saying, that Prissy Electra or whatever, she was never gonna give Will what he wanted. And Sheila basically said, well, she buy to tonight. I said, don't tell her that. She gonna be no snuck out again to interfere or send a text message that that Electra gonna read or something like that. But yeah, the face she made, I was like, yeah, she gonna do something to text Will again or something she gonna do. And I think, what was the next thing? I already talked about how Carter sees that Leon won't hope. Will on the lecture, he made it. He brought her flowers and everything, and he was like, he don't want to do no talking or whatever. And they supposed to be sleeping together on today's episode, but they didn't. So I'm assuming it's gonna be next week. I think the last thing was them. They start kissing because he ready to go and do what he gonna do. But that was it. That was all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day, a great weekend, and be safe.